Now you have a new album coming out, and you said September 15th, inuktitut, which obviously is, the name of your language. So that's kind
Mm,
of like representing like what you're doing on the album. It's an album full of covers, as you said, of like some of the, rock and biggest, singer songwriters, like biggest songs over the like
yeah.
decades.
Oh, yeah. That's it wasn't meant to really be something maybe that big production at the beginning. I just wanted to do it just because I was like, okay, I feel it's the time. I want to do it. I'll just go record for a week in a small studio with Joe, guitar boys, and I'll just release it whenever I want, just for fun. That's how it started out. Until I realized there's so much more work in my healing journey as an Indigenous woman, thinking about people back home, how they also need to heal, and how these songs were kind of like our, I don't know, yeah, these songs were very important for us in an era where we felt like for an instant of a song we felt safe. We
Mm-hmm.
were, like these people who are what we called white people were for once in a way our friends,
Yeah.
a time where we didn't feel safe as an Inuit or indigenous people. So in a sense where it's also nice to be able to talk about something positive, a friendship, even though Led Zeppelin wasn't our friend, but they were definitely my uncle's friend because they listened to them. They felt like they could go and feel their emotions in a way, for once, feel light for an instant of a song. So I think that's the beauty. I think I also wanted to kind of find a way to express through my music and revisit them differently, but not too differently, because I also respect the melody. The great song is a great song, right? Um, but I definitely had a lot of fun adapting the songs and also adapting a song when you love it so much, when it's so close to your heart and your people, is so much easier to do. So I definitely chose the songs that make me cry, that's for sure. Although
Okay.
there were
I was
songs
gonna
that
ask
we
how you pick your
danced
songs.
to. And yeah, that was my secret little line is like, if it makes me cry, then I'll sing it better and I'll be able to adapt it. I mean, trying to sing I Want to Break Free when you're not Freddie Mercury is really hard to do because he does it so perfectly, so uniquely. Same thing with Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi Lauper, you can't try to steal her
Yeah.
voice. She has her. It's some are harder, I thought, but if you really feel the song, if it's really close to you, then you'll be able to find your way around your own story in that. So that was the process of this album.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny that you say you pick songs that like made you cry because one of the points I was saying from what I heard from the album, which I actually got to hear before, so was kind of how emotional it all felt. Like it felt like it was just oozing with emotion and like especially speaking it in a different language and like kind of a different different sound arrangement definitely brought out the emotion in certain songs even more. I thought.
Yeah, that was the really, really the challenge, to say, wow, I'm gonna do a cover album. Like who? Like it doesn't sound so serious.
Yeah.
It sounds so easy to do, but it was easy in a sense where it was these songs really, I chose them because they felt really close to me. So that was really how I had to go about and really focus on the moment and trying to be very genuine and be real about it and not try to do something because it's cool to revisit a song and make it cool. And like that was not the purpose, is to really see if I can really tell my story inside that song. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, kind of what was your creative process when it came to actually doing these covers? Because there's different ways people, as an artist, you can approach it. You can like do it as a straight up cover and kind of just
Mm.
basically change vocally, or you can like really try to like put your own story and stamp on it, and like kind of reinterpret the meaning and like feeling of it. And I feel like you kind of like really like kind of transform these songs. So what was your kind of like your creative process when it came to like approaching these covers?
Well, the first thing was to talk to my producer with who I worked for the last album, The Ballad of the Runaway Girl. He's a local Montrealer, amazing musician, arranger, and artist too. His name is Joe Grass. And I decided we're going to make this album. And how I had to approach him is to say, okay, Joe, I felt this song. I went jogging and I listened to the song. I was like, I'm feeling it, but maybe I'm not too sure what's going to come out, you know? And then 2 days later, I said, all right, I'm feeling it. It's because I just came back home from my jogging and I was crying. So that's just what I was looking for. And I realized, oh my God, this is going to be so heavy, you know? Because once you open those doors that's been locked, you know, for so long, you realize once you open it, the rest are you start to see other doors and you're like, oh, what's going on? I went on this mysterious place called, you know, healing and also using the music and start to really remember what was really going on, you know, in that time, in that era. And oh, what was really going on with my friend? Why was he listening to Wild Horses so much obsessively every time he had a fight with his dad, you know? And I was like, oh. And then I'm like, I wish I could go hug him, but he's in the
Yeah.
north. So also being far away and having, being able to zoom out and really look at things. It became really a place where I needed to go and to really feel and to remember and to unleash all those, you know, memories. You think they're here, but they're in your body too, right? So it's really, yeah, it was a very beautiful spiritual journey, but a lot of crying and not just, yeah, it's a mystery still, but I think I just opened up a lot and I had to go all the way. And once I knew I was going to do that, then I think I knew by choosing a song that we had to find a way, be very grounded about it and be very humble and try not to just make a sketch, you know,
Yeah.
but to really respect my colors, the way I slow down on that place. And I think to have someone like Joe who's able to see that and who doesn't overplay it either, just to leave room for my emotion and my voice. I think that's where it always, you know, that's how we slowly built these songs and how we slowly knew which song to choose over one, you know?